So I didn't listen. Everyone is going to do these like direct streams, right? Where they're going to be like, listen, this is what I think's going to happen tomorrow. But like, they're going to call them predictions. And the problem, right? The problem is that prediction is like a very heavy word. And like, people always make this sort of shit into like a weird game where it's like, oh, fucking like, oh, you were wrong. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Especially because considering it's been so long since a direct. Since a general direct. I'm not one of those people that are like fucking the partner showcases don't count. No. I'm not doing that baloney. But it's been so long, and obviously we have lots of thoughts running through our noggins, especially because this show tomorrow's 50 minutes. 50 minutes. That's a lot of minutes. That's almost an hour.
Pretty long.
They should have just said it's almost an hour. I don't know why even specify at that point.
It's going to be a speed run of Bowser's Fury. That's the last 45 minutes.
But anyway,
Sorry,
I think prediction is such a heavy word, and I don't want to claim anything. And I'm sure.
Why are we here, Colin?
And I'm sure that's why. No, because listen, that's why I made the title
right.
Speculation and Guestimations.
All right, let's start with what we say will not be there.
Oh my
Just
god!
Metroid Prime
Oh
4.
my lord! Oh my god! Oh, I got my phone. I dropped it. No, but
the things that won't be there.
my phone
The
won't be
Master
there.
Chief Collection for.
Oh my god!
Switch.
No, okay, but
It was
listen.
fun. Let's keep going.
But listen. But yeah. I never answered the question. By the way, that song in the intro was it's a perfectly named song actually. Remain calm and adjust your settings, which is the most apropos song I could have played. And that was off of DJ Cutman's Wii U Grooves album, now available on vinyl.
You know what we should do next time there's a direct like this happening, Colin? Is that
What?
we should do it in the format of an award show where we'll be like, all right, and now drum roll please, and we'll be all like
Most
Wii U
out
port.
there suggestion, yeah.
Yeah. Like what's the most likely Wii U port? And then we say it. Happens,
But yeah,
so.
personally, it like I kind of want to go in tomorrow with like no expectations. I don't want to give into the hype cycle. I don't want to give into any of that shenanigans. I want to go in with as clear a mind as like possible, and just simply what happens will happen. But that being said, obviously there are a lot of things on all of our minds right now. So it makes sense only to gather the gang and just talk about what, we might potentially see tomorrow. Where do we start? Well, I guess let's get the main reason the majority of people here are here for. That's right. It's Smash Brothers. Like no malarkey, no silly Billy nonsense.
I thought you were gonna go with a misdirect, but no.
Nope,
Yeah,
no.
We're gonna just...
Let's do Smash because let's be real.
Alright.
Let's
Alright,
be
that's fair.
because I'm gonna do my thing now. This is where the part where I say the Colin thing. What the fuck do we expect? Like, what? Like, we got nothing.
I think it's gonna open with a Smash reveal, like E3 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna get the trailer, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
Usually, I think so far, and correct me if I'm wrong. Mainly the chat, because I know Colin doesn't care, and Cody might not know off the top of his head. But hasn't it always been within a week of the of an Amiibo wave releasing that?
Yes.
Yep.
That the characters come out. So that means we're gonna get the character the third week of March, sometime in that week, third or fourth week of March. Which means that this is just going to be a trailer for a character, and then we'll get the Sakurai present down the road. The only thing is, I mean, they might announce. I don't know if. I mean, Sakurai was really cheeky when he retweeted it too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the way he retweeted it seemed a little a little tongue in cheek to me. There might be something else. There might be an update that's coming with it, like how they had that spring update for the very first DLC.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So they yeah. So I'm not counting on it. I'm just saying something like that could happen, but I think the most likely scenario is just a trailer for a character, and then later a character showcase Sakurai presents down the road.
I think what's so interesting
Yeah.
about this Smash reveal, like what's so interesting about is that like there has been like no discussion at all, like revolving around what we might be seeing. And I think a lot of that is because I don't know how much of this I want to talk about. But during the Game Awards, we had Sephiroth, and
prior to that we had Steve, and both of those were not expected.
yeah. and the thing is, right, is I'm sure a lot of the people here have seen our reaction. That's not Jonesy. That's not Jonesy at all. Fun moments, fun moments with friends. But the weird thing is, and you two know it, and I won't go into too many details about it, but a lot of people who are usually kind of insider, very kind of inner knowledge people, they were hearing the same two characters. I won't say who. I won't say like who heard this, and I won't say what the characters are because oh god, oh no. But it was very weird where everyone was hearing the same thing, and then the Smash reveal happened, and it was like none. It was like neither of those characters.
Right.
And in the case of one of them, they were like completely negated by the reveal. So, so it's that has not happened this time. There has been, I think, since the TGA's like Smash Talk, at least within, like within insiders. That's not to say, of course, like that.
But nobody's talking.
Yeah, it's not to say that nobody's talking or that there aren't people who don't know, like, don't know what it is. But it's very weird.
To speculate.
Yeah, it makes it very hard.
Like...
It makes it very hard to speculate. And then I think what makes it even weirder is that because of what happened with the TGAs, there's a lot of like distrust and a lot of kind of shadiness to what was going on. So I think for the like genuinely for the first time since like I don't know, like since the since Pack 5, like we don't know, like we have no jumping off point.
Yeah, and that's the thing too.
Yeah.
Is every time a character's been revealed for this DLC pass, I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna get a handle of what the DLC is like, and it's went from Min Min to Steve to Sephiroth. That doesn't tell me anything. I have no frame of reference for how this DLC is gonna go. It's been kind of sporadic and hard to really say. I wouldn't have guessed that we would have an ARMS character and then a character from a existing third party, and Steve from Minecraft. I know people talked about him way back when, but he kind of dropped out of the conversation. So yeah, it's difficult.
So here's my question then.
It is
because the last time, like all along the Western Front, something was very quiet. Mm-hmm. It was first party. Do you think there is a potential for a first party character?
I have this feeling that it's going to be a Pokemon.
I do too, actually. I think that this character is, not to say that like not having anything come out about the character means anything.
Of course not.
It could mean nothing.
It
could mean nothing, but
we have nothing, so I'm just trying to like.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying that could also be something to give that credence, because when Nintendo is the one handling all of the conversation around the character, they're not going to let anything get out about it, like Byleth, like Min Min, in the past. So I think that is probably one reason why it could be, but another reason why is just because the time frame for it seems to work out well with like the character being announced in this direct in connection to some game that either happened recently or is going to happen this year. That's
okay, Pro
that's my
Tom, it's
guess, at
Gex.
least.
You got us. It's Gex. We're all thinking Gex.
All right.
Well, see, because that is the thing that because obviously the reason why we immediately think Pokemon is because of the anniversary.
Yes.
And it is like, honestly, to be completely honest, when I woke up this morning, I thought we were gonna, like, I was gonna wake up and it'd be like, yeah, there's gonna be a Pokemon Direct tomorrow at 9 a.m. Because that was just what the general consensus of. Also, yes, I am excited for Acid Ghost too, but like that was like the general consensus was that, like, oh, we're gonna probably get a Pokemon thing soon, and I think we still are. Like, obviously Pokemon does everything separately from the general directs.
Yeah,
So
it's almost definitely, I think this Direct is going to announce a Pokemon Direct that's going to happen at the end of this month.
oh my god, that
that's
would
what
be.
I think. I think this Direct is just going to have the announcement for the Pokemon Direct.
Say it.
and
Say the
maybe-
joke. Say the
maybe
joke that
something
everyone.
from Pokemon Week, but
Say the joke that everyone's gonna make. Directception. Say it. Do it. Do the joke.
But
I mean,
that
like-
makes sense.
yeah, because they literally have done a Pokemon Direct every single Pokemon day, so they're not going to skip out on this one. And this is probably the best place to announce something like that. So,
But that is the thing. There's also a couple of anniversaries. There's a handful of anniversaries happening this year, and there's also Zelda.
yeah,
And I
This is
think
one of those anniversaries.
yeah, and I think, and this, like, again, I don't want to go into things I expect to happen at this Direct. Like, I don't want to, like, say anything is set in stone. But this is going to play into what I potentially think this Direct might be centered on in terms of some stuff, and I think we're going to see some Zelda stuff.
So here's my thought on that. I think we're gonna have a dedicated Zelda Direct in April, because I think that they don't want it to step on the plans that they have for Mario, like, because Mario's not done yet, and I think they also have so much to lay out for the first half of this year that. Yeah, like the first thought is, they're going to show us all the Zelda anniversary stuff, but I think that's going to be its own thing.
Well,
I'm in a feeling.
I don't think we're gonna, like, I don't think this is gonna be a big Zelda anniversary focus, but I'm also not sure if I'm on board with there being a Zelda anniversary Direct.
There was one for Mario.
Yeah, but that's but it's Mario, and it's they were also super behind schedule with all that Mario stuff. Like, at some point they did just kind of have to spill the beans and say, the anniversary collection's in 2 weeks. I think their plans with Zelda, and I'm not, I could be wrong, but I think it might be a bit more paced out. I think it's going to be a little more, like, standard. I think it's going to be what they were hoping to do in regards to Zelda. And yeah, like, generally, does this also play into Smash? Could we see a Zelda rep? Could we see a Pokemon rep? And then there's also the third one, which is Metroid, but that's a whole can of worms right there. I think it's just as likely.
I think part of me,
yeah.
Here's the problem with Metroid in the context of Smash, is that none of the characters are real standouts. I guess you could say Psylux maybe, but it does. Yeah. There's no character that I feel like fits. I would
also added 2 Metroid characters already too.
Yeah,
so.
to a total of 4. So that doesn't seem likely to me. I do think you're onto something in saying that there's a good chance it's a first party, because a lot of these leaks happen because even but you know what? Even Pokemon leaks happen because Pokemon Company isn't as secure as Nintendo itself.
Yeah.
So maybe that discredits the fact that maybe it's a Pokemon. Because what happens is that when Nintendo themselves is handling it, there's less people involved, and Nintendo's very good with their secrecy, with their army of ninjas and whatnot. I think also part of me still feels like a Xenoblade rep could happen. I don't know. I also think that we're going to see in this Direct, I know we're talking about Smash, but I think we will see whatever it is, or there's a chance we'll see whatever it is Monolith is working on, because they have 2 different projects going on and we know nothing about them.
That's true. I think that's there's a good shot.
Yeah,
at
nobody's
that, yeah.
Nobody's talking about that. But
Someone
that's
mentioned it.
something
It
I
is
think.
also Donkey Kong's 40th, and it's true. It is
Yes.
Donkey Kong's 40th. That would
Oh,
be,
yeah.
like it's really funny because I mean I don't know what Donkey Kong character they would go with, because like haha funky haha, but like
Well,
it is
Donkey Kong
very
Jr. because
yeah.
it's arcade
Oh,
Donkey Kong.
that would be great. But no, could you imagine if they reused like the K Rool trailer a third time, but like this time it was Cranky Kong? Like
That would be pretty surprising. It would also be very good.
they just reuse the same animations like over and over and over again. Except this time we get to see Banjo and he goes "Gah!" and it's like in confusion.
We also.
Oh yeah, true, Dixie.
Dixie Kong,
Dixie, yeah.
right. Yeah,
They-
I think it's been a while since we've had like a new Donkey Kong game, so that could be a possibility for
Yeah.
a new game.
Well,
I
let's-
think.
Let's wrap up our Smash thing. I think the other
Yeah,
another game
let's-
I'm seeing.
Let's I'm sure chat would really like us to go on for like 20 years about Smash, but like it is semi unfortunate that like we really like we don't have a lot to like talk to in regards to possibilities, just because anything, like you could say anything and
Yeah,
like it
some
would
names
line
that
up.
there's some names you hear, but just because you hear them doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
I know Crash Bandicoot
Yeah.
is being said a lot because the game's coming to Switch and this and that and all sorts of stuff. And
Yeah.
I feel like
I mean,
Crash has a decent chance.
Yeah,
but I'm not.
Crash
You know.
Crash is like
Yeah, I
the
don't know.
interesting one because obviously we did the mega poll, and Crash wasn't it like by a pretty considerable margin. Like Crash was like the winner by like a ton of votes. And obviously, I mean that's that's of course not to say like our mega polls have any influence. They've already chosen these characters. And I do kind of feel that Crash is kind of like is one of those I'm opening a can of worms by saying this. Is one of those kind of flavor of the month characters. Just like
I mean, on one hand, yes. On the other hand, he's one of the only third parties from Sakurai's original Smash Melee poll, the very first poll he did that's on there. So he's been a fan demand since the very beginning.
yeah.
Yeah.
His recent popularity, yeah. Like I'll mention another one. Like Ryu Hayabusa from Ninja Gaiden, people just keep saying that he's going to be in now because he was in a couple of prominent fake leaks.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the reason. He's my most wanted, and I think because of the relationship with Koei Tecmo, he's plausible, and I think that now would be a good time to do a Terry style third party. You know, like somebody with like Hayabusa with history. That's maybe not the biggest character. That's
Yeah.
another one nobody called out.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's possible, but honestly, let's face facts. The reason people are saying it is because people got used to saying it because of leaks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that I honestly think these next characters are going to be kind of like, not to say that they're not going to be great reveals or anything, or like they're not going to be characters that people want, because everybody's going to want a character no matter who it is. There's going to be somebody who wants it. But I think the most appealing reveals, I guess, are behind us. That's my guess, at least. I think these next few reveals are going to be characters that not necessarily a lot of people will I guess a lot of people are probably not going to like them as much. Like they might not.
I mean,
I think
the
it will be
unfortunate
something like a Ryu Hayabusa or a Nintendo character like a Pokemon that not many people will really
Well,
want,
the unfortunate thing is that part of Smash speculation is just like all this like infighting over, I think this character should get in. Oh, I think this character should get in, and it often results in people really just picking like a favorite for really no other reason other than it's their favorite. And then we get all this like shenanigans and you know, who just it's not fun. It's really
Yeah.
it's really not fun, especially when I honestly think it's more exciting the prospect that we don't know who it is.
Yeah.
I think if like we actually knew who the TGA reveal was, or if Sephiroth was in so many leaks, in so many rumors, it wouldn't have had the same impact where we were just all completely just utterly gobsmacked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
Miss Starks in the chat said, "Oh, but Hayabusa's like the video game ninja." You don't need to convince me. I've been on that train
Yeah.
before. I linked an article literally in here that I wrote in 2015 for Source Gaming about how he should be in. I've been a Ryu Hayabusa supporter since before any of you guys knew who he was. Like, I'm just being
yeah.
realistic. Yeah.
I've seen Doom Guy a couple times in chat, and I'm just like, ooh, oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If that
Master
happens,
Chief.
if that happens, I'll never hear the end of it. Even though I was talking about, his chances in the base roster.
Guys, what if it's Master Chief?
What if it's Master Chief?
See, like, I feel like I only think that the characters we've seen so far are the best of the past because, like,
don't.
just like every other Smash reveal so far has been unbalanced. Like, we've gotten the most exciting things for a widespread group of people.
Yeah.
By the middle of
You say that, but
like in the last
Bayonetta was supposed to be the biggest reveal. It wasn't, but it was the one that won the pass, like won the ballot. That was supposed to be the biggest reveal.
I'm not talking about Smash 4. I'm just talking about Smash Ultimate.
Wow.
Like,
okay.
Smash Ultimate, for the character reveals, it started out with Ridley, then it went to the Castlevania characters and K. Rool, then it went to Incineroar and Ken. Like, and then for past one, it was Joker, Hero, Banjo, and then not many people really knew Terry, and not many people liked Violet.
So,
like, that's the theme that I've seen.
So
let's
do this. Let's give the people.
I think we're looking for patterns when they're not.
Yeah.
There.
So here's my idea. We're gonna sit in a little circle.
Okay.
We're gonna pass the torch, and here's what we're gonna do. Right.
The seashell.
We are going to say of the characters that people commonly talk about, and like in terms of speculation, we're gonna choose a character that we would like to see come next, and then after that we'll all see just whatever general character that we would like to see be a fighter. All right, isn't that fun? Isn't that
Sure? You start so I understand exactly what it is we're doing.
No, a Shadow Link. I don't want to play the Master Chief RTC on stream. I don't want to do that. A Shadow Link. There are 184 people watching. I am not upsetting Smash fans. That is not my boggle today. All right.
What if it was Master Chief?
So, that would be fucking pog. All right.
Super cool.
All right. So, of the characters that I've been seeing come up in chat, the people that have been like saying, "Oh, I want X in Smash," and not really adding anything to anything. Honestly, I do think Eggman would be a really, really fun addition to the game. It is Sonic's anniversary, and I know supposedly Sega does have a lot of things planned, and I think it would be fun.
Oh, Huff. Sorry.
Sure. Cody, now you.
Okay. So you said somebody we've seen, like,
yeah,
a lot,
like high up on our mega poll, high up on, like, if you've been reading chat, you've seen the name come up a few times. Just generally, like,
just somebody that's brought up in.
Yeah, exactly. You can even choose the same one as me. Like, who cares?
Yeah,
No, I mean,
I think one character that might happen only, and it would only happen if a Kirby game gets announced, is Bandana Waddle Dee. But
That's a fun one.
Yeah, I think that might happen, maybe. But that's like it's not like a character that would. I don't know if it would be one that would be chosen over.
Let me reiterate. These are not predictions. This is just us being cute.
Just us.
This
okay,
is just us being cute and having fun.
Yeah, you
can
say whoever the hell you want.
Choice,
you could say Master Chief if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to defend it then. I'm just gonna say Bandana Waddle Dee.
Yeah. We're all just like picking our favorites anyway. Like it doesn't really matter.
That's how Smash works.
And Spazzy, you're gonna.
Show,
the
Bandana Waddle. Speaking of Bandana Waddle Dee, the Bandana Waddle Dee show said Corrin was added into Smash 4 after Bayonetta. Yeah, but Corrin was revealed before in the direct, so we go by reveal order, just how Sakurai does when he numbers them for the game.
Spazzy, I feel like I already know who you're gonna say, but say it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Zonikin said,
"Oh my god,
what could Master Chief do that the Mii Gunner can't?" And so much. The thing about Master Chief, gimmick-wise, is that the rechargeable shield and swapping weapons, just that.
Hey, you know what? You know what?
It's Ryu Hayabusa. We know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what Master Chief can do that the Mii Gunner can't? Sir, finish the fight.
Yeah.
All right. So
and same with Doom Guy. Like, first of all, we don't have any character that I feel like plays to the real core concepts of modern first person shooters anyways.
Yeah.
Right.
And then on top of that, all of those characters have very specific things from their games that would be different and unique. Yeah, but Ryu Hayabusa, man, he's awesome. He's a ninja, and he's like a ninja. There's no qualifier. He's not like a fake Hyrule ninja or a frog ninja. He's just a ninja, man.
Yeah. We don't have just a regular ninja.
All right, so then part 2, which is just who we just generally want to see come to Smash. I'm gonna pick the old classic favorite, the person I gave the highest rating to in RTC, and no one called out my bullshit on it. It is the Ace Attorney himself, Phoenix Wright. I have wanted Phoenix in Smash since Brawl, and yeah, I mean it's Phoenix, you know, it's like I like those games. I don't know what else to say.
I think that's enough, man. I think
that's
enough.
So
I guess the difference between this one and the other one is these could actually even be the same character, but the difference is the last one is something that you heard somebody talking about in Smash, and this one can just be whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cody, you're next.
Yeah, I guess I'm next, huh?
Yeah.
So my greatest want has always been a Rhythm Heaven character. I had a lot of hope for that during Smash 4's announcement and release cycle, because there was a lot of stuff pointing to a Rhythm Heaven character, and then it never happened.
Yeah.
So I don't have any hope for it anymore, and I don't think it'll ever happen anymore. But that would be my top choice. Just literally any character.
Okay.
Any kind of representation.
I hate to do this, but dang that Ron Paul's not coming to Smash. Now that I've said that, it will happen, but it's just like I don't.
Well, my most wanted forever has been Bomberman, and it remains Bomberman. Even though I've made peace and I like his assist trophy. His Mii costume leaves a little bit to be desired. His hand clips through the head. It's just like a lazy job. But what you gonna do? What you gonna do? So I'll say Bomberman. We all know it's gonna be Cinderace, and it's gonna be very disappointing. So
yeah, the Smash stream will start up, and it'll be John Geist from the hit video game Geist. Everyone's favorite GameCube shooter. Am I right?
You know what though? Conceptually, Geist is a cool game, so I bet that character would have a cool moveset.
God, what if like all my
True.
memeing, what if all my memeing works and they actually do announce just like Geist, like a
If
reboot
all
at
of
the
our memeing
fucking
worked,
direct
then it would be.
tomorrow?
If all our memeing worked, it would be Gex.
I have
Like that already would have happened.
already like willed several like games into existence. So I feel like at this point it's gonna bite me in the ass, and that's just gonna be a thing we will have to deal with. We'll have to, as a people, pick up and carry on our backs.
So somebody in chat said Cinderace would be cool, and that is completely your prerogative and your opinion, and that's awesome. And if it happens and you like it, that's great. I don't personally care much for Pokemon.
Yeah.
But
Well.
even beyond that, and I definitely don't care about typing. Like, oh, we need a grass one. We have two fire or whatever.
Yeah. The
Because at the
typing doesn't matter in
yeah, it doesn't
Smash.
matter to me. At the end of the day, Cinderace is a speedy fire user, so he's nothing like Charizard or Incineroar. However, saying that somebody with fire effects that's fast, that's still a lot of overlap with like Roy or Captain Falcon. Like visually, he just I don't know. It just seems like a boring choice to me. But whatever. Like
Yeah. Like.
the other thing is, I like Smash and I like the way Sakurai designs characters, so I'm sure whoever it is will be cool.
Yeah, I think whoever it is would be interesting. Like, I'm a huge I love Pokemon. I've like played it competitively for like over like 10
Yeah.
years ever since I was a kid. But like Pokemon was never it's never been a series that's like urgently needed more representation, and it's never been one that has like very specific Pokemon that I feel like could work better or
Right.
worse than any other character that could be picked. Like if it's a Pokemon, it's probably going to be done pretty well because there are a lot of things you could do with a Pokemon. But it's also not like I don't think it's going to be any better than a lot of other characters because it's just a Pokemon.
Guys, what if for Mario's 30th, it's Waluigi?
Oh no.
Lord no. Now that I've said that, it will happen. But
It will be Waluigi. I've willed that into existence as a kind of it's a monkey's paw sort of situation.
Remember back at the
Or
that,
it's actually a Ghostbusters situation where I was trying not
oh
to think of it,
no.
and then I thought of it.
back at the first E3 Smash Ultimate was at, Reggie said that Sakurai would know that Waluigi is being asked for. So if he didn't know then, he knows
now.
by now. Yeah.
Lord.
Is there anybody from any of the anniversary
Christ.
games that you could see? I guess we kind of talked about it. Like for Zelda, it could be really so many different characters.
It could be
Probably
Impa.
dealing
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like
Maybe.
that, like of course.
Zelda.
You know what? I was about to say like, yeah, but what about the spirits? But like that doesn't fucking matter anymore, does it?
I don't think they would do Impa in the form that she's in Age of Calamity because
Oh, no.
they just added those spirits and obviously they know who the DLC is going to be, so they wouldn't like double dip like that. But
Yeah.
as far as like base spirits or a different form of Impa, then yeah, I could definitely see that.
Yeah. What Pokemon? I know. There's only like a couple to choose from, but
There's only a
It's-
million.
yeah, there's only.
I think if they would absolutely choose a Pokemon from Gen 8, but it probably wouldn't be a Pokemon that people would see coming. I don't think it would be like. I know a lot of people are saying Urshifu, the new Pokemon that was in the DLC, but I think it would actually be a Pokemon that's popular because they've had popularity polls already for Pokemon Sword and Shield. The one that ranks at the top is Dragapult, which is this dragon ghost Pokemon that shoots other little dragon Pokemon out of its like cannons on the sides of it. I think that would probably be the most likely one, just because it's the most popular one in Sword and Shield.
Yeah, I was talking to Delphazin earlier, and he's all aboard Sword Doggo. I don't think that character has a lot of a chance, but I wouldn't mind Sword Doggo. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it would be cool to see it work.
I think.
Yeah, it's hard to conceptualize it, right? Like,
I think
items and
generally,
stuff.
the thing that could make like a Pokemon rep really cool is if they put as much like thought into it as they've had like characters like Steve. Like if they have to like like think over like certain previous like maps and characters to build around like a gimmick. Wouldn't it be cool if
Yeah.
Pokemon Trainer could have like another Pokemon? Wouldn't that be kind of fucking neato? You'd be
They
like,
could
oh
just
my
make
god.
another. They could just make another Pokemon trainer.
That
Yeah.
would be
Oh
so
yeah.
much work.
Oh my
That would be.
god. It would.
But I could see them I could see them doing it. They could manage it, but it
Yeah,
would
they
be
can
very
do it.
difficult.
Do
They
you
could do
think
all sorts of things.
Joshua in
They,
chat
they could
asks,
announce the Fighter Pass 3. They're not
Yeah.
going to. They
don't
could.
say that, it's gonna happen
They
now.
could.
I'd be happy for it. I know. I know.
I would.
I understand because I like the Smash reveals and I like watching it. I like following it.
Here's
But it's
exactly
also a
why.
lot. I get
Here's
it.
exactly why I
yeah.
don't want to pass 3. Joshua asks, "Do you think people will be upset about this new Smash Fighter?" Honey,
Yes.
people are always
Everybody,
upset about
yeah.
the new Smash Fighter. This is what's gonna happen, right? We're gonna watch the direct, and they're gonna reveal the coolest fucking character. Let's say, for example, John Geist from the hit video game Geist. They're gonna reveal John Geist, and all of a sudden, my feed is gonna be filled with half these people that are like, "Oh, fucking Pog, I love John Geist. I have always been a big fan of Geist for the Nintendo GameCube. What a banger." And then the other half is going to be, "I'm 14 and I've never played a video game console before the Wii U. I don't know what this is and I hate it." And that is exaggeration. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, like not everyone is going to be happy, and like it's going to be a 50-50 split as always. I mean, I don't know about that. Sephiroth wasn't really a 50-50 split. I feel like most, if not, like, I don't know. Like, it felt like general consensus really was that, like, most people are like, oh, Sephiroth. Oh, you're looking
Yeah, I
dashing
think
today.
most people were just very surprised. They weren't expecting Sephiroth.
Yeah.
Especially because, like,
Which
we
helps
already
because, I
have,
mean,
like,
Sephiroth is from, like, all-time video game classic Final Fantasy VII.
right, yeah, definitely. I think
Which
a lot of
just had a
people were
remake, so 11-year-olds
surprised.
know what it is.
Exactly.
But,
A lot of people were probably surprised because up to that point, I don't think a lot of people were expecting like any new third-party DLC either. Like they probably just assumed what we
existing
had in the
franchise,
game. Yeah, from an existing franchise. Probably just assumed what we had in the game was all we were going to get.
But yeah, I mean, like, we see this like shit all the time. I mean, we like Nintendo can like reveal their own characters, and people are like, "This is fucking stupid." And it's like it's their Nintendo characters, like you know,
Yeah.
like it's not.
They're
This is
allowed.
not PlayStation All Stars. Like they have their own characters to pick from.
Oh, I can't believe they did Min Min and
I
not.
can't believe they didn't put Big Daddy from BioShock.
I was like, there was so much salt over it not being Twintel for some people, and like, yeah, like I get it, but also this was the character from the actual fan base of the game that they like the most, not from people that don't play the
Yeah.
game but like the character's design. And it's the same with Pokemon too. Like, you know, people get really
Yeah.
into it, but they want to promote the characters that the actual fan base likes.
Right.
Crazy as that might seem.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel
Yeah.
like you only need to take like one look at the chat, and like you get an idea of how people would react. Because we've had like we have so many people in chat, and like half of them have said just like character. It's like, and half of them like completely contradict other characters people have said, and I'm very happy. I'm very glad that chat is you know, being nice to each other and compassionate and not going at each other's throats over video game characters. But that's just like unfortunately what's going to happen unless Nintendo really do pull out someone that like I think most character would be like most people would just be like crazy, just like oh wow. Robertos did ask, what would you guys say are the most likely left field unexpected characters that could happen? And I don't know, but I this is like
if I knew, then they wouldn't be unexpected.
Yeah, if I knew, they
Yep.
wouldn't be but like I'm trying to think of a character that they could add to Smash that would have that same kind of Sephiroth, like, oh, whoa. I guess Master Chief, or just a character from another franchise that's like a previous or is a console exclusive to
Right,
something
yeah.
that isn't
Yeah.
Nintendo. Because like ultimately that's the big like holy shit. Also yes, Paul McCartney.
Yeah, because even if it's like, I don't know, Dante or Sora or whomever, like it's all been talked to death so much that it wouldn't have that impact, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Ultimately, what it just comes down to is right now a lot of characters have a good chance. Like I think it's like I really don't think anyone can genuinely say like, yes, this character has a good chance. Even if like I were to say today, fucking Porky from Earthbound, right? And I was like, Porky from Earthbound is a perfect choice.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow I was right, I still wouldn't be right. I still like I still, you know, like
We've been unlucky yet.
like exactly.
Right.
It's at that point because
Yeah,
the characters
you
were
know what?
already chosen. They were chosen by Nintendo. And
Somebody already called what this character is. Maybe a lot of people. But
Yeah.
it's that old adage, right? You get 1,000 monkeys in a room on 1,000 typewriters.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
eventually they'll guess the correct Smash character.
Exactly. I like I think trying to look for patterns like anniversaries and stuff like that, even though I know that we were just fucking talking about that. But with first party it's a bit more like, okay, well. But yeah, in regards to yeah, just generally it really does come down to it's really hard to say. I'm sure I have said what I just said like 30 times by now, and we should really move on. It's almost been an hour.
Yeah. We
But-
we can talk about stuff that isn't Smash. At the end of the day, I think the thing is that I wouldn't be surprised by almost any character. I hope it's somebody good. But I
Yeah.
could go down and read a list of, you know, everybody that's, you know, ever been on a leak or that's important to Nintendo or that's been highly requested. But at the end of the day, I couldn't tell you right now who's going to be.
By the way, if you in chat love the concept of Master Chief in Smash Brothers, we put out a Dream Smasher today by one of our members of the community, Firemaj, and you should go to our Twitter and check it out. It's a very good read, and I really like it.
But seriously, it's going to be Pitfall Harry.
It is going to be Pitfall Harry. God damn, why'd you have to spoil it?
Sorry.
Give us a second, folks.
We'll tune in for the
Spazzy,
hot
what the
scoops.
fuck? Spazzy, what the fuck? I told you not to. All right, that's the end of that bit. Moving on. So let's talk about the thing that will take up the other 47 minutes of the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
I almost said partner showcase. I have the brainworms. I'm not used to it. It's so weird. It's so foreign.
Let's do this, actually. I think this will be really fun, Colin.
Okay.
Let's go over things that we haven't heard of in a long time that people are expecting and whether or not we think it'll be there.
You know, it's
We'll start
actually
small.
That's a-
Spazzy.
Focus
Spazzy, you know what? Oh my god. But Spazzy, you know what? It's really funny that you say that. Oh my god, we're on the same wavelength. Because I was thinking, even though this is not a prediction stream, we should have like one prediction. We should go in a circle
What?
and just kind of have like one prediction.
Okay. Sure.
So let's do that first, because that way we have like a jumping off point, so we don't just spend an hour saying, yeah, I hope they port Max Payne 1 through 3 to the Switch.
Yeah.
I do, though.
I
That
do
would be
though.
great.
God damn it! Like why the fuck are they not on current consoles? So fucking I hate
You know
it.
what? You know what else? Like,
What?
when will? Okay. So I think that there's a chance we're going to get some sort of collection from some sort of third party. Why is it never Square Enix with the classic Final Fantasy game?
I don't know, but it'll probably be Grand Theft Auto. But no.
I've been predicting that we're gonna get Final Fantasy 1 through 6 in a collection for like 4 years now. I don't even know how long has the Switch been out.
I mean, like that and like a chrono duology. Hey, where's that? Oh no, Cody, you can correct me. I think you would actually know
What?
better than I would. Live Alive, Live Alive.
What?
The Square
Oh,
Enix game.
oh no, you don't know.
I
It
don't know
was
what
it
that
was
is.
a SNES JRPG by
I think
Squeenix,
Live Alive.
but it was yeah. I think
Oh.
it's Live Alive. But it yeah they it was like Japan only, but they did like the trademark for it, which I know
Oh.
trademark leaks
Yeah.
trademark leaks are dumb and bad and the reason why we can't have any good things. But
it's a really weird trademark to keep up.
but
It
to
they
be honest.
they did it like right after Trials of Mana sold really well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a classic game that's never come over here, much like Trials of Mana. Like
Yeah.
it's one of
Yeah.
those like lost 16-bit games that people are all like, man, I wish that had come out like, back in the day.
I've definitely heard of the game, but I never knew much about it until you just explained it.
Yeah.
Like I've heard the title before. But I mean, I would probably say that means something considering it was after all the trial stuff.
And Trials of Mana, I don't know if you guys saw, it's a certified million seller.
Yep,
They did
Yeah.
a tweet.
good on
Awesome.
them.
That's really great.
Look,
It
see,
is
remakes don't have to be-
it is Live Alive. Thank you, Zonikin. I thought it was Live Alive, but I just wanted to triple check. But let's do our little campfire prediction thing. One prediction,
Sure.
one that we just like. We're like, you know what? Maybe we are on the money with something. You know. So I'll start. I think we are going to get some sort of update to the Nintendo Switch Online service. Whether that be like a new console added to the emulation portion, like whether that be Game Boy or Nintendo 64, or just like a new like free game or something, I think we
Right.
will see something added because they did not add that button for nothing on the home screen.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't like that button.
Yeah,
it's always got a notification on it. Oh,
That button.
sickening.
and yeah, I'm pretty sure they plan to do more with the service. I mean, it's kind of obvious
think
they
so.
do, and I have a smidge of a feeling that they held back. They held back on adding another console to the service just for like some Mario, just like for some reason, because usually they do it every September and then they just didn't. So I'm just very curious to see. I think they will. I think they'll have like a short couple minute thing saying like, here's an update for Nintendo Online subscribers.
Yeah.
And yeah, that will be very cool.
Cody, you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I agree with you in that. I think that's I think that's pretty likely to happen. For my prediction, think probably some new Kirby experience, something new Kirby. I don't know, because it seems like we're due for a new Kirby game, like a full-fledged Kirby game. We had those the Kirby Fighters Deluxe game come out not that long ago. I feel like that was something small to tide us over until whatever is supposed to come out this year. Usually Kirby games come out on a cycle of like 2 or 3 years, and that's always been the pattern for like ever since Kirby's Return to Dreamland. So it seems like the new Kirby development studio, the modern one, has that kind of rhythm going for the Kirby games. I think there's probably one that's going to come out this year. And I think that maybe it could be a 3D Kirby game, like a actual one where you can move around in a 3D environment. That's never happened with Kirby before, except in Kirby Air Ride, if you count that. But I think that they might actually try and have a full 3D Kirby game. I think they kind of tested it out on the 3DS with this one game called Kirby's Blowout Blast, which had like a 3D environment in it. It was a pretty linear still, but 3D. I think they might do that this time, and it'll come out this year. Yeah, I think they'll probably announce it in a direct like this.
Nice. Spazzy, you go.
I said this earlier, but I'm going to reiterate. Also, I think we all agree that there's a good chance we're going to see Breath of the Wild too. So I'm not even gonna. I was going to say that, but I'm like, that's too obvious. I think we're going to find out what Monolith Soft is up to. We know they have 2 different projects going on right now, and I think that one of them is going to be revealed. I don't know what it's going to be. I actually have a feeling it won't be a Xenoblade game because that other game they've had has been in development for so long that it's got to be close to being shown. The one that's more of a, I guess, a classic fantasy type of game, or more traditional, less of the, kind of, I wouldn't say steampunk. It's more, that kind of sci-fi, fantasy, Final Fantasy style that Xenoblade is. So yeah, or maybe it will be an actual Xeno project, but I think we're going to see something from Monolith Soft. I feel fairly confident. Maybe something from Next Level too, now that I'm thinking about it. But they just got bought. Maybe a Mario sports game. Maybe Punch Out if we're all super lucky.
Oh man, we're due for a new Punch Out.
Yeah, right.
There's definitely a handful of games that are currently being speculated upon, being rumored, and
science fantasy. That's a good way of putting it. Somebody in chat said that.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. I think it's like it's really hard right now to kind of guess what will come out and when. I think there's a few things that we have heard that we might see in this direct. I don't. Do we want to go into kind of leaks and rumors territory?
We could do that, but I think it'd be fun too to go around once and say one thing that we don't have a strong feeling will happen, but we would love to see. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. You know what? I will start with one that people have been saying in chat. I would like to see a new Fatal Frame.
That would be cool.
I
Yeah.
don't think we'll see a new Fatal Frame. I kind of don't want them to port 5. Not because I don't like 5, but I would kind of would hope that A, we get a new game, and B, generally I feel like Fatal Frame 5 was like so built around the gamepad that it
would be a neutered experience.
Yeah, I don't want them to have to like reconfigure that for the Switch. Like I would much rather them like start from scratch, especially since Fatal Frame 5 is like kind of a janky game. It was like made by a bunch of like newcomers. And, oh yeah, Project Zero if you live in not Freedom Land. But like yeah, I would like to see a new one. It won't happen though, because I know the director is currently busy with the Fatal Frame movie. There's like another one being made in Japan, not Hollywood. And yeah, and I know he said he wants to do something for the anniversary, but that could mean anything, because busy man, busy plan. But yeah, a new Fatal Frame. I mean, ports would be nice. Seeing 4 finally come to the West would be really cool. But yeah, a new Fatal Frame would always be up my alley.
Good choice.
I think something that's probably not that expected, but I would like to see happen. Maybe Splatoon 3.
Yeah.
I think
Nice.
it's been a longer time now than it has been between Splatoon 1 and 2. So, and I also think Splatoon 3 was supposed to be the thing that they were teasing at the beginning of last year before everything happened.
The weird SOS thing.
Yeah, the SOS 2020 thing. Yeah, I think that was supposed to be something new with Splatoon. But obviously, whatever it was must have gotten delayed. So
well, that's so. But like, I don't know. Like, I mean, there's not really a lot like saying I haven't really heard anything like from people about there being a new Splatoon. But do you think there could be like maybe not a new expansion, but like do you
A
think they
new
might pull?
DLC?
Yeah, do you think they might pull like a Halo 3 ODST on Splatoon 2? Like they might do like it's the same multiplayer repackaged, but like in a new thing with like new stuff.
I think if they were going to, I don't know. That's tough to say.
It's weird because
Splatoon,
Nintendo doesn't usually do stuff like that, like
right?
at all.
Yeah, it's also
It's like
it's
expecting
also
Mario Kart 9, which some people are.
exactly right because Nintendo's really never released like a new online game on the same console as their other old online game. Like Splatoon's really the only thing they could try that with.
Yeah.
I think Splatoon 1 and 2 are in a weird place because like they needed Splatoon 2 for the Switch. Like
Yeah.
Splatoon, they were moving from they were basically abandoning the Wii U.
Well,
They needed to put Splatoon on the Switch somehow, and obviously the choice was to make a new one instead of porting it.
Right, but I mean, you could say the
It's-
same
So,
exact thing
it's-
about Mario
it's
Kart,
very-
and we're not expecting
Right,
Mario
right, right.
Kart.
That's
it's
true.
it's very
yeah.
odd though because like they were like yeah gamer like Splatoon 2 is done, like no more Splatfest or anything, but they came
Yeah.
back, and
They did.
I know like the Splatfests don't really require a lot of work. Like they it's just you put some images and some text strings up on the data and then you hit the play Splatfest button. Like the fact that people have been
Yeah.
able to make custom Splatfests for like the first Splatoon should kind of show that it's like not a lot on their end to set it up, but it is very interesting
Yeah.
that like technically their support of Splatoon 2 has not ended. They still do tournaments, they still do Splatfests, and they still do updates. They still do balance updates, which I think is the weird like kind of unsung hero of the of this whole thing.
Yeah, I wonder if I don't know if it will be. I don't know if it will be Splatoon 3 or some kind of DLC, but I think it will be something bigger than nothing. for
Yeah, I
Splatoon.
mean
Something
the
Splatoon
the
will happen,
SOS
I think.
thing definitely made me think maybe a spin-off that was like well
Maybe,
okay,
yeah.
I won't say like that. That's pretty like concrete. But I will say like it definitely made me think of Salmon Run.
Right.
And
yeah, I think maybe there could be something extra added to that mode. I don't know.
that would be cool, but I don't know. At the same time, I also feel like I'm not sure enough to say anything for
Yeah,
sure.
that's why I'm saying like it's something I would like to see happen, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it will.
Yeah. I do
Because
hope that
Splatoon's
if it's another
really
thing,
great,
it's
but-
another shooter.
Yeah,
I've
think,
seen some people say like, oh, what if it's like Splatoon but like a platformer? Which I know they're like joking because they're doing the Hey Pikmin meme, but it's like I wouldn't want that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think whatever it is, it will probably be. The last Splatoon DLCs, the Octo expansion, was awesome. Like
Yeah.
I love that was my favorite part of that was my favorite Splatoon like thing
Yeah.
in general. That was my favorite part of Splatoon. So whatever if this is just DLC, it's going to be really good, regardless of whether it's like just DLC or a new game. It's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. Whatever it's going to be. I think they were probably planning to do something for Splatoon, and then they just didn't end up doing that and just brought the Splatfest back anyway. Maybe they were going to do this, whatever this was, before bringing the Splatfest back, or they were going to release a new game or whatever and have the Splatfest happen there. But since that never happened, they just kept having
Either that
Splatfest
or that was
two.
just a
I don't
stupid,
know.
cute thing, and
Yeah,
the
could have been.
Splatfests were just like a no effort, cute thing they
Yeah,
could do.
because they were really easy to do and people
Yeah.
were stuck inside. It was just a nice gesture.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Do you guys think that because Nintendo's been doing so much just through Twitter and social media, that something like the next Animal Crossing update will be something they would do in a direct, or is that just going to be something that they solely do through Twitter now?
You know, I didn't think about Animal Crossing, but I think there could be something in it. Yeah.
You know what?
It's so huge now that it seems weird that they wouldn't.
There could be, because didn't they say that they were holding off information on the next update, like the next big update?
Maybe. I
Because
think so.
wasn't it like they had a small update for some stuff, and then they said that there was like a spring update coming, but they had nothing to say on it now.
Right. Yeah, you're right. They did say that.
Yeah.
I think there's a good possibility it could be in the direct. Yeah.
I think I think it makes sense too, because like
I mean,
I'm sure now,
exploded,
yeah, I'm sure
so
some people are
it's got to be in there somewhere.
I'm sure some people might be a little sick of Animal Crossing by now, but it's a isn't it a 30 million seller, or at least very 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 close?
It is a phenomenon.
Yes,
that
it's
in a way that you don't
went
see
above and beyond.
Yeah. So at this point, it's like a case. I'm gonna look it up real quick just to go directly to the source. Haha. But yeah, it cannot be ignored, and at this point I do kind of feel like we're gonna like, yeah, it's 31.18. Holy shit. It's only like 2 million behind. It's 2 million behind Mario Kart 8 and almost 10 million ahead of Smash Ultimate. That's fucking crazy.
That's insane.
That is
because
insane.
The thing is, it's a crossover 4-quadrant game.
Yeah, not even a year.
You know what I mean? Like, it's everybody bought that game. It goes beyond a regular video game, as weird as that sounds.
I think my theory with New Horizons, because I know if you try to talk to some people about New Horizons, it's like, oh, but it still has less features than New Leaf.
Yeah,
I think
I'm one of those people.
Well, here's the thing. I think they always had planned to reintroduce features into Animal Crossing.
I think so too.
I would not be surprised if the virus had a hand in that, a lot of that being pushed back.
Right. Yeah.
And I would not be surprised that now that we're almost at a year, and Animal Crossing has done ridiculously fucking well, I would not be surprised if they were to start pushing these big seasonal updates that really start adding a lot more. I think
still don't have coffee, man.
I think we might see. I think in this direct, I think the reason why it is 50 minutes is because like I don't think like. Of course, everyone always assumes that like, oh, if it's a long direct, it means they're gonna have like 8 minutes on Xenoblade, and I'm gonna go to bed. But like, I don't know, the recent directs, and I know it's been like well over a year and a half since the last direct, but like the 2019 directs and even like the late 2018 directs, they were really pulling away from doing those kind of like 8 minutes on Xenoblade kind of deal.
Well, but and the other thing is,
I think they've paced them very well lately.
Yeah,
there's no game that's about to come out, right? That they're just going to show us like 8 minutes on Fire Emblem Three Houses. Oh, we might see a new Fire Emblem game. By the way, that's something that just popped into my head. It is about time.
How did? Yeah, that's actually a pretty good idea.
I think there's genuinely a lot we could see, and
it's a lot of games. Yeah,
and I don't want to push the idea that we're gonna see a lot, but given because they
said it was gonna be for first half of the year. For most of it, so.
But given how rapid fire the pace of everything from generals to minis to the partner showcases have been, the fact that it is I'm not even gonna say 50 minutes. I'm gonna say it's almost an hour. Why not round it out? It's an hour. Just say it's almost an hour, Nintendo. No one's gonna. People know what an hour is. God damn. I do think we will see a lot. I think we will see a lot of trailers for stuff, because
I think this is going to be E3 level.
Because like. See, and that's exactly the reason why I didn't want to make this a prediction stream, because I don't want to have that expectation. But like, oh my god, we have Animal Crossing update, we have Smash reveal, we have there could be potential for something Hyrule Warriors AOC related. We could get the new Monolith IP. I don't know. They might save that. We could get something new Fire Emblem, exactly. It could be a remake, which seems that most people are believing it could be, but it could, we could see something Zelda. We could see like there's a lot. Like there is a lot that they could do. And then of course we have all the big exclusive third-party stuff because we are getting to the point where I mean Atlas seems ready to they said SMT5 2021. No More Heroes 3 is on track for 2021. And as much I know Kamiya said don't say anything about Bayonetta 3, which I don't think was misdirection. I think that's just him telling people to stop asking him because he's not going to answer. But
he's tired of it.
Yeah, I think he's just tired of it. But I also would not be surprised like if they showed Bayonetta 3 tomorrow. I'm not predicting that it will, just to make it clear with the people watching. But I do.
There are just a lot of possibilities with
I do think at this point that anything is possible.
Yeah. It's been so long since like there have been a lot I mean obviously it's been a very different past year, and that all of the time that has passed probably wasn't dedicated to just working, but I'm sure there has been a lot of time that has passed that there haven't been any announcements because it just wasn't really the right time for it last year. There weren't really a lot of good times for a lot of announcements. So I'm sure a lot of those things that were being worked on last year were probably pushed into this year. Yeah, I think a lot of those things are probably what we're going to see in this Direct. A lot of what was being worked on last year, and a lot of things that might have had to be delayed. We would not have necessarily heard about them, but I think a lot of things were probably delayed that we're going to see at the beginning of this year.
I think I said it in early 2020, and obviously it did not happen. But like the fact of the matter is that so many of these companies that put out games in the first couple of years of the Switch's life, or even in the first 3 years, like from 2017 to 2019, those companies, have been long done with those games for a long while now, and it's been a few years, and those teams could be ready to show something new.
Oh, Phantom said Daemon X Machina sequel. You're the only person that's ever said that, so I'm going to read it out so that if we know if it happens.
I will also reply. Do you think they Wiley says, I hope that's pronouncing it right. Do you think they'd reveal a Switch Pro and new Pokemon here or separately? No. Pokemon's going to be in a Pokemon Direct.
Pokemon's at the end of this month.
Yeah.
And they don't release hardware like that. Also, didn't they just release like a Super Mario Brothers themed Switch?
There's a Rise Switch coming out at the end of March.
They
don't really put like hardware reveals into Direct.
Yeah. I mean, anything is possible, but I highly doubt that.
Don't think. Yeah, I'm not expecting anything like that. Yeah.
Oh, I never said the thing that I like that I don't think's happening though. That was just going to be 2D Metroid, man. We keep hearing that rumor.
2D Metroid. Oh, that would be cool.
And I really want it, but I don't know. I feel like it's just a rumor that may have had some truth, but whatever happened to it, it's not something we're going to see.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Would be cool though.
Let's move on to not Nintendo. Let's talk about some third-party stuff. Oh, also, I'm just gonna say this because it's been brought up in chat, and honestly, yes, localized Famicom Detective Club remake, Why
are they not doing that? It'd be the one opportunity they have to bring it over here in such an easy way. Oh, yeah, I hope they do it, but I don't know if they will.
But for now, But for now, let's move over to third party stuff, because I mean, let's be real. Honestly, that's gonna be like the brunt of the show. Like
Yeah, I
it's
think there
gonna
will be a lot
be
of that.
the grand majority of the show, because that's just what these new directs have been. It's been like mostly third party stuff, and then like 20 minutes of Nintendo stuff. And this one's really weird. I will talk about leaks and rumors for a brief moment, because obviously earlier in the week, if not last week, Star Wars Republic Commando, a port of Star Wars Republic Commando for Switch, had leaked. And someone brought up, and I cannot believe this is true, but it actually is, that whenever a Star Wars Switch game has leaked, a Nintendo Direct has always happened.
Wow.
And it is true,
Has that been the case?
because Pod Racers,
That's so funny.
because Pod Racers leaked,
Oh,
and
the
then we got the
Pod
Direct
Racers
Mini,
one. You're right.
and then before that, Jedi Academy leaked, and we got the September
Right.
Direct.
You're right. Oh wow, that's so
Huh.
weird. That's pretty funny.
That is something else, man. It's like a groundhog situation, right? Like
I know, right?
If the Star Wars game leaks.
Fuck Amiibo theory. We got Star Wars theory.
Oh man,
There's
which
just always
is-
a direct when a new so if you see a trademark
next time a
renewal
Star Wars.
on KOTOR or Dark Forces, you know it's gonna happen. Thank you, Aspire Media. But yeah, in terms of third party stuff, this is always a little tough to talk about, because I feel like the big goof that a lot of people fall into is that people always say, like, oh well, like, there's this like Lego game coming up, and maybe they'll show another trailer for that, and like they don't really do like third party port updates in these Nintendo Directs. Sometimes they do, but it's like it's very like rare. Usually they save
Yeah, it's
like
not unless
updates.
it's like it has to be a game with a big enough following. I think they have.
I don't think we'll see like an Apex Legends trailer tomorrow. We will see it, like there will be a sizzle reel, and there will be Apex Legends footage
Yeah.
in the sizzle reel.
Right.
But I don't think
That's what
I
they're
don't see
doing.
a reason why they would have a trailer for Apex Legends. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Now that I've said that it's not going to happen, it will happen. But it's a situation where
I said Silk Song before, and it's still possible, man. It's still
Yeah.
possible. I'm not holding out too much hope, but this is a good time as any. And I also said that Final Fantasy collection, and Square Enix loves their Switch collection, so I do think, I think we're going to see some sort of collection from some sort of company, probably Capcom or Square Enix, collecting some sort of shit that they're going to charge us a lot for.
I think Shin Megami Tensei 3 is going to get a release date.
Oh, true.
Because that's
Right.
supposed to come out at the first half of this year. And Shin Megami Tensei 5 is probably going to get a release window, like winter or summer, basically. I don't think they're going to announce a date for that until maybe E3 or later in the year. It's probably my guess for that. I think No More Heroes 3 is probably going to have a trailer. I feel like that game has been making progress, like good progress, and Suda has been readily like sharing things about it ever since it was got that other trailer with the other two No More Heroes in that partner showcase. So I feel like we're gonna get something else. No More Heroes.
I'm gonna quickly reply to a few people in chat. How likely
Sure.
you guys think we see GTA 5 on Switch? Is it too powerful for Switch? It's definitely not too powerful for Switch. It was on the 360 and PS3.
Right.
I honestly don't think GTA. I mean, like, obviously it would print money, but I don't think GTA 5 would come to Switch just on the basis alone of how fucking huge that game is. And like just how
Yeah,
like generally bloated it is. Like I'm sure. There was like a blurb a couple years ago that apparently Nintendo was pushing back 64 gigabyte cartridges. Like they like, oh, like we can't manufacture them right now. I would not be surprised if 2K and Rockstar were one of those companies that were like displeased with those cartridges being pushed back. But at the same time, like, yeah, like that would be probably the biggest game on the Switch.
Yeah,
and
I don't think that's like. There's not any reason for them to put. I don't think they have a good enough reason to put 5 on the Switch, like to try and make all of that memory stuff work and probably a lot of other things.
the Switch.
I
the
mean,
Switch.
The Switch can handle
the
it.
Switch
easily,
can absolutely handle it. It has. It has,
like you said, it's on the Xbox.
It has 6 times the
360.
RAM of the Xbox
Yeah.
360. Like
it can definitely work.
Yeah.
But like you said, like it would take. They would not be able to fit it on a cartridge. I don't think so.
No, and with the
and
updates that game
wouldn't
constantly
try.
gets, it would be really annoying.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
Digital Extremes, the developers of Warframe, have actually like been told by Nintendo to like chill the fuck out with like the updates sometimes, because what they'll do is they'll do these updates where like they call them remaster updates, where they like completely like clean up the files of the game. And so what they make you do is they make you like re-download the entire game, and it like deletes the old version and puts the new version in place. And so like the game's install will balloon to like 50 gigs, and then like will shrink back down to 16. And Nintendo's like, yo, SD cards do not work like that. You can't keep doing that.
I think that would probably be the biggest issue for GTA. Is that
it's just like the updates.
The game working. The game would definitely work.
And even then, that's just GTA Online. Like, if they were to do single player, that would be fine. But it would also be very weird if it was just the single player for GTA 5.
They could do that thing where it's just a single player and then you have to download.
You have to... they could put the online on the cloud.
Yep.
No, shut up. We're not fucking doing that.
They could do it.
I have a feeling tomorrow night I'm gonna have some opinions on cloud gaming.
There's gonna be some
again.
cloud stuff. There's gonna be
it's gonna be
Resident Evil 8.
It's gonna be Resident Evil 3. I'm calling it RE3 remake.
That seems likely.
Also, someone said Capcom's Great Ace Attorney Chronicles collection just got rated in Taiwan. Yeah, but that leak, I don't want to say too much about the Capcom leak, but that leak said they said that like, oh, what the fuck is it? Like they were going to reveal it in April, and so far their that schedule has not been incorrect. So it might not show up tomorrow. I would love it though, because those games are actually really fucking good. But yeah. Also, how can you sell GTA 5 on Switch for $60 when they're giving it away for free on PS5 and give it away for free on EGS? Because it doesn't matter.
Because it's Switch tax.
It's just a different market. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter. But in terms of third-party stuff, pretty much everything that's been like leaked has been revealed. I know there's been like some weird stuff like Kingdom Come Deliverance that had like a listing on the Japanese Nintendo site, and then the developers were like, oh no, that's not real, that was our publisher fucking up, which is a very weird mistake for a publisher to make. But I guess it happens.
But sure.
Here's a Switch port I see happening, and not a single person listening to this right now is gonna give a shit other than me. But Rebellion's Zombie Army 4 is gonna definitely come to Switch at some point. Because
what is that?
It's a zombie shooter. It's a zombie in the Zombie Army sub-series of the Sniper Elite franchise. And
Sniper Elite.
And Sniper Elite 4 came out in November on Switch. October, November. It's been a while, and they usually have like a really good turnaround on these ports. Honestly, like I was like, if they can't get like Sniper Elite 4 running on Switch, then like Zombie Army 4 won't come over. But then they brought it over, and it looks and runs better than the Xbox One version. I don't know how they did it. They just did. So, I guess that's happening.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm trying to
I
think
wouldn't be
of
surprised.
big third party stuff. Like, I don't know. I can't even think of anything that's, you know.
Yeah, I think we might get like something small for Monster Hunter Rise. There was already a
yeah,
Monster Hunter Rise Direct, so maybe just a very short trailer just reminding
To
people
remind
that
us of
it's
it.
still
Yeah.
coming and there's a demo and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems likely.
yeah, but oh man, yeah, it's there is a lot.
Didn't the Rabbids account change its name to Mario and Rabbids?
Yeah, but apparently that's not like indicative of anything, which is really weird.
I
What
don't
is
know,
it?
man. I guess
Liam Robertson said like, "Oh, it was a weird back end goof." I don't know how these fucking things happen, but I guess they do.
why did it change back?
Yeah, yeah, it did.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Weird though.
Phantom said Genshin and then ha 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 ha, but I don't know. I think we could. Like we know a Switch port of Genshin is coming.
Yeah, that actually seems not like a bad prediction.
There's that weird like
Yeah.
Subnautica port that's been like on store shelves but never announced. Have you guys seen that?
No, I have not.
Nope.
There's like a Subnautica expansion, um, like, and on Switch it's being bundled with the original game, and like it's been up for pre-order on like Best Buy and Target, but it's like it's never been announced. It's just been I think they announced Subnautica for Switch in an indie world, but like they never really announced the expansion pack for like consoles. And to just see like these like have like random physicals is really weird.
Yeah, it seems weird.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But definitely that. Of course I mean it
You
would
know
be
what?
cool.
You know what? You know what we've known pretty much has existed for a while, but we haven't seen anything of is the Ninja Gaiden
The trilogy, yeah.
trilogy.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
There is
Right.
yeah.
that. They also Saber Interactive announced a bunch of stuff for Switch, and like we haven't seen any of that. Like they announced World War Z like in June, and we just haven't seen anything of that. Um, they what else? There's that Evil Dead game, but as I
There
said,
is that Evil
there
Dead
is that
game.
Evil Dead game. But as I said, I want to kind of push away from games that are just like, oh yeah, we have an update on this third party port.
Yeah,
Uh,
here's something I will predict. I know we're not doing predictions, but I'm confident in this. At least one or two of the games from the PS5 reveal presentation that we've never like everyone's forgotten of. I don't know. It's a robot and a cat or something. Why is there a cat and robots? Whatever. One one or two of those games we'll find out is also coming to Switch, even though it was revealed for PS5.
You know, I just thought of a game that actually would be. I mean, I think it was mentioned that Square Enix was working on the next Dragon Quest, right? Dragon Quest 12.
Ooh, yeah. I don't know if now is the time for that, but
But
that would be huge.
I don't know if now is the time. But 11 was the first game announced on the Switch, so I mean,
Yeah.
12 might have.
Oh,
I mean, I
the
don't
Prince,
know how
the Prince
long.
of Persia remake. Yeah, I guess that is a thing.
that
Prince
just
That is
of
a
got
thing.
Persia
delayed
remake.
though. I don't know. It's oh man, we're really running out of steam. But like
That was announced though. That was never announced for Switch. Just heavily rumored, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, Dragon Quest 12. Don't know if that'll happen tomorrow, but it's a possibility. I think it was mentioned that they are working on Dragon Quest 12, but I don't think it's I don't know if it's done yet, considering they released 11 on the newest consoles not that long ago. I don't know if they probably still need more time for 12, but we'll see.
What I do
Maybe.
feel though, like I said that Ninja Gaiden thing. I'm feeling pretty confident about that now, actually, which means it won't happen.
Yeah. I,
Yeah.
I mean, I forgot about that, but I think that's could be a good
Like it has
possibility
to be
too.
revealed eventually, guys. Like
Yeah,
there's too much smoke with that one for there not to be fire.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot.
Yeah.
It's Oh man, I really wish we could just like organize this a little bit better. You know what? Then like let's do this because there's so much. So let's do the same thing I did earlier, where we have like one prediction for a third party game, and then just like one thing we generally would want to see. Is that good? Is that good? Do you guys want to do that?
So one thing generally. Say that again?
One thing that has been like rumored or assumed.
Mm-hmm.
One prediction, just prediction for tomorrow,
right. One prediction.
And then one that you just like hasn't been talked about,
one
but you want to see. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And then we'll, I guess, end it from there because we've been going for a while now.
Yeah, we've been going for a while.
We're very close to like the 2-hour mark, and this is now a Good Morning Source Gaming. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Good morning.
Well, we missed Good Morning Source Gaming this week, so let's just start with what we're playing.
Source Gaming. Prediction for tomorrow in regards to third-party ports. Honestly, I think I kind of want to be vague about this one, and I know that's like stupid because then that could like I could just pull something out of my ass when it actually happens and be like, oh, but like, see, I called it. I think we're gonna see a port announced of one game that I feel like no one expected to like see running on Switch.
Warcraft 3,
like another one of those like quote unquote impossible ports.
What would that even be at this point? Like,
part of me wants to say, and I know everyone's gonna put like a colon and slash face. I think they might actually announce a fucking Cyberpunk 2077 port.
I
don't know about that.
I genuinely think at some point Saber Interactive will announce a Cyberpunk 2077 port. And the reason why is because it's fucking Saber Interactive. And they do these weirdly ambitious, they want to bring every video game over to Switch, even if they shouldn't. And like they used programming from the Cyberpunk in the Witcher 3 port. The Witcher 3 on Switch uses the audio engine from Cyberpunk 2077. But at the same time, I think like it we could be due for another like Bethesda port or something. Panic Button could like we haven't heard anything from Virtuous in a while either. So, and I think Virtuous said they had something soon, and that was like a while ago.
You know what I'm gonna say, and this is I think we're gonna see a Yakuza collection. That's my weird random thing, and it's. And I think the director actually said, like, in December, which wasn't that long ago, that he'd use the Switch as, like, a kid's console. I think that's misdirection. I think we're going to see it.
I think it would depend on the game, though. See, now everyone's going, like, Cyberpunk couldn't work. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But that's why I'm saying, like, maybe it's Saber.
Phantom says, the Tales of Abyss. Yeah, man. That's, like, a good call, actually.
Yeah, well, also, Saber has had actual time to, like... If that is the case, and it's, like, Saber porting it, that means they've actually had time to, like, optimize the game, unlike, CD Projekt Red that just pushed it out the door and like didn't even bother. That would be the logic for it.
Yeah, I think this is a I don't know, man.
I know it's a stretch, but I'm just saying, like, part of me does think Colin. It might happen. Yeah, exactly. Go big. But oh god, where the fuck was I going? Otherwise, what were we talking about?
Video games?
No, I know, but what was Cody? What were you talking about? It's like 2 seconds ago.
I
I got really sidetracked by.
I don't remember either.
Oh, Yakuza. Yeah,
Yakuza.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I said Yakuza.
Zero would be the one that makes the most sense because it's the one that was like on the PS3 as well as the PS4, and it's the one that like everyone likes. It's like it's the one that most people kind of hold as being the betterest one.
Yeah.
I don't know about Kiwami 1 and 2 or 6 or like a Dragon because those are on the Dragon engine and that like has issues. Like that is just like not meant for low end hardware. And then like 3 to 5 would fit perfectly fine because those are just like the PS3 games just like ported. But that would also be really weird because they're 3, 4, and 5. In a perfect world, we would have gotten ports of Yakuza 1 and 2 HD from the Nintendo Wii U, but
Crash 4 was already announced.
Yeah.
It sure was.
Crash 4 will be in the sizzle reel. They'll show like 2 seconds of it. Oh, is Kiwami 1 on the Zero? Then there you go. Kiwami 1 and 0. Thank you for the correction. If it were to happen, that is. Now that I've said it, it won't happen. But
Isn't E3? Isn't EA always on the verge of saying that they might one day bring a game to Switch?
yeah, but they're doing that with Apex.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Maybe we'll get something else. We'll get
Oh my god, we really did hit 69 likes. Nice. Everyone say nice.
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 Yeah, I think actually we got to go on that note. We don't want to.
Yeah. Well, did we finish the prediction bit? Cody, did you say your
I didn't say. I don't think we both did. Did Spazzy?
Spazzy said Yakuza.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I didn't say mine yet. Yeah. I think my prediction is going to be probably Shin Megami Tensei 3 release date.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yes.
I think you did
pretty
actually
easy one.
say that. I
said that earlier.
Yeah, I think you did.
That's a prediction. I feel like that's a kind of a given.
Yeah.
But the thing that I would really like to see that probably won't happen is I'd like to see Bayonetta 3.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Matt, I'm sorry.
Everyone's asking
I'm not
for it,
playing
but-
those text to speech things. It's gonna take us fucking forever.
So if I have to say, Yakuza is not something I think I would rather see than like I think is going to happen. But if it's something that's just like any third party thing, I want to see a brand new Mana game. Come on, man! They showed the Trials
that
of
would be
Mana
cool.
remake for the first time in a Nintendo Direct. So why not something of Mana, or maybe a Legends of Mana remake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as like a third party thing I would like to see that's not like rumored, just like a hey, that would be cool if they showed up. I would just like to see another Bethesda thing. Another like a Wolfenstein, the New Order, or the Old Blood, or like Evil Within.
Prey.
Or Prey, yeah, absolutely Prey. Or even
Cool
just like
game.
any of the Fallout games, yeah. I know I people are gonna be like ooh in chat for a different reason than the Cyberpunk one. I'd fuck with a Switch port of 76. That game is comfy as hell.
Yeah, Colin really likes that game, guys.
It's
You need to
good
realize
now.
it.
They made it good. They made it good like a year ago. It's now really solid.
I don't know if I believe him, but humor him.
Yeah,
him, chat.
humor me. And then is there anything?
I'll tell you what. Is that on Game Pass yet?
Yes, it has been.
I'll download it. I will play that game with you, Colin. We
Okay,
can-
I have it on Xbox.
Yeah.
We can do that.
yeah.
Yeah,
fun.
Weep Slayer said, I feel like a DMC4 port isn't out of the question. I see, my thing is, I don't know if Capcom would want to, like, advertise another thing right now, because they have Monster Hunter Rise and, Ghost and Goblins. So I don't know if they'd want to go like, yeah, DMC4 is coming, but yeah, it's kind of obvious that if they have like another old, like if Capcom's like, we got an older port to bring over, like it's gonna be DMC4, that or Dead Rising, which I would like to see Dead Rising.
Or something Resident Evil. I don't know. I feel like something Resident Evil feels like just something that we're gonna see at this direct.
That's later in the year. That's not now. It's gonna be later.
Not yet. Yeah, that's the other thing we got to remember. It's first half of the year, so you know, it's as much as we want to see every new Nintendo franchise, as much as I want to see, you know, a new Punch Out, is it really going to be that fast of a turnaround?
Yeah.
And the answer is yes. Yes, it is. We're going to see a new Punch Out, and we're going to get it. I'm going to will it to happen. New Kid Icarus.
Any last stuff? I know we kind of brushed over first party stuff because there's just a lot to talk about. But is there anything like we just want to like throw out there last in our final moments?
There's always that joke about having Wii U ports, but I feel like we're out, man. Like we are,
Yeah,
like Xenoblade Chronicles
really
X,
hit
and
everything. Yeah.
I can't think of anything that
Mario
would
3D
really
World was like really the last thing after Pikmin 4 that they
like I said, Xenoblade Chronicles X, and then the Zelda,
Xenoblade X, right?
and then the HD Zeldas. And here's the thing, I do think we're going to see the HD Zeldas probably this year as a collection, but I don't know if we're going to see it now or later.
I think we'll see HD Zelda.
Probably this year.
I think we'll see HD Zelda, but not the
Skyward
HD.
Sword?
I think we'll see Skyward Sword.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
And man. Yeah, I mean as far as the Wii U ports goes, I mean I think they are done, yeah. And I mean that's not to say like, oh, there's nothing they can salvage from the Wii U. I think it's just like a lot of those games that are left, like they either don't want to put forth the effort into reworking, like they've already said, like if they wanted to do a Xenoblade cross port, they would have to redo the whole thing from scratch. Like they would do a definitive edition, they wouldn't do a port.
Yeah.
And I think games like Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, or like Wii U Play or Nintendo Land, like those are games that would like require like those are games that would require like a pretty hefty reworking to like get like onto Switch.
And then there's games like Splatoon, but it's essentially Splatoon 2's taking over.
And even then, let's be real. Like not for nothing. Like just because the Wii U ports stop doesn't mean that like the ports for other consoles from Nintendo's past can stop. Because like fucking now 3DS, they'll probably 3DS and the Wii. I mean, you know, like Skyward Sword could be the start of a new long line of Jesus Christ, like bringing back Wii games.
I've been saying Kid Icarus Uprising and Wii Punch Out are two games that like need some sort of remaster.
Yeah,
I've been saying that for a long time, and why not? They have a huge catalog. I mean, they just brought Sunshine over. There's even GameCube games that haven't had proper re-releases. Just give it an HD remaster and send it out to the world, right?
Yeah, I think I mean like the Wii U ports were always basically used as like a way to fill in the gaps in terms of like because the thing that I feel like not a lot of people realize is that these Wii U ports, they do not take a lot of time to make, and they are there to kind of like fill in just the gaps of like a more sparse year. Like I believe they said Bayonetta 1 and 2, like those Wii U to Switch ports took a month. And like Tropical Freeze like took a month. Obviously stuff like 3D World took longer cuz there's like new content. Bowser's Fury definitely took quite a bit of time. But yeah, like the grand majority of Wii U ports, a lot of the more straightforward ones have taken no time, and they were there to kind of fill in just just, you know, hey, we got January's open, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, there it is, you know. And I feel like with this year being potentially way more jam-packed because
Yeah,
of
I
just
think this
all
year's
the
gonna
stuff
be
we've heard.
so. Yeah.
I think like that's not to say we won't see HD ports and remakes because as I said, Skyward Sword HD, and who knows, there might be a Pokemon thing later. But
I
yeah,
think that those two HD Zeldas are coming at some point for sure.
yeah, maybe later down the line, but I think for Zelda's anniversary, they'd want to focus on
On one
something
game and not.
else.
Yeah.
I Bowser's Fury doesn't equal new funky mode though. Yeah, I said that. I said Bowser
Yeah,
Fury
he
took
separated out.
definitely took way more time, but like the Donkey Kong port took nothing. I
Yeah.
clarified. I made sure. I know what I'm doing. Um but well, I know there's no Pokemon tomorrow. I'm just saying there's going to be something later. Uh
Yeah.
Man, I got to stop looking at chat. But everyone is so lovely and peaceful and wonderful tonight. Um
Yeah, you know what sucks about these videos? I feel like this is a good conversation, like to for someone to listen to. Maybe some people listen to it tomorrow during work, and then we have the people live. But once that direct is out, man, it's over. This
yeah,
video will never be.
we could do something silly and goofy like completely fuck up the opening to this video. Just an example, just throwing that out there. Not to say that we, did that or anything, but and it won't matter.
Yeah.
That's fun.
All right, guys.
But yeah, I think it's time we wrap things up.
Yeah, I agree. I have TV to watch.
I guess tune in tomorrow when probably like 5 of us are gonna are gonna watch this direct together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's me, Spazzy. You're on board, right?
Yeah, I think Cody's there too, right?
Yep.
And then Phantom and Shadow Link. So yeah, that's 5. There you go. Well,
Yeah, we can count. Don't let anybody tell you different.
we shall see you there. And until then, stay frosty, stay lovely, keep all of your expectations at bay. If something happens tomorrow you didn't want to see, chill out, because remember that like everyone has a different taste in video games and everyone has a different like opinion on video games and stuff, and these directs are made for everyone. So as long as you're getting something out of it, even if it's only like 5% of the whole show, like enjoy it while you will. And if you're in Texas, stay safe. Links down below to our Patreon, to our Discord, to our Twitter. So if you want to help us out and all that cool and fun stuff. And until next time, which will be tomorrow, remember to always return to the source.
Right. Later,
And
guys.
see ya.
See ya.